So, where to next?
I think it's worth taking a good look at the train map and deciding wisely how to use our precious time until the party starts.
And how much time do we have?
Exactly 1 hour, my dear friend. At least, let's say, 4 places to visit?
And 4 passengers to socialize with.
If we really must.
Hey, hey, hey! You're the detectives, aren't you? The high rollers from Clawville.
High rollers. I don't hear that enough.
Detectives Moses and Plato, yes, that would be us. And who do we have the honor of speaking to?
Me? I'm Basil. Basil Pesca is my honest name and it's full furry glory. To my friends, it's Baz. To my enemies, it's Reddy Pesca. Well, I'm a wombat, but you don't usually get to choose your nickname, eh?
Nice to meet you. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be travel companions.
Yes, we are, but don't let the condition of the carriage put you off. I'm not saying it's as good as the others, but I'm not saying it isn't.
I'm not sure I follow you, pal.
You see, my dear furry friend, everything is relative and a matter of comparison.
That's not a real answer, is it?
Ah, so you really are detectives. Obsessed with facts, huh? Well, you'll have something to investigate soon, I tell you. Just keep watching. Anytime, really, anytime, gentlemen.
Well, we should be going, shouldn't we?
I'll be here if you need any help, detectives. Believe me, you're gonna need me soon.
Okay. Psst. What do you think, Moses?
Nervous type, probably paranoid. But we do have to be careful, you're right about that.
I got a bad feeling about this guy. He's making my tail cramp up.
You've got a bad feeling about everyone, Plato, and please get your tail checked by someone.
But how many times have I been right, huh?
He who throws a handful of stones at a target must sometimes hit it.
Oh, very deep.
And true, but let's stop whispering because we probably look very silly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Listen.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes?
I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this because we're on a train, but I think I'm a bit lost.
Not to worry, Miss Fay. It is indeed a train, but a rather large one.
With quite a lot of secrets.
Let's hope not.
I'm so glad you detectives are here.
And why is that?
Well, rumor has it the ambassador's about to be assassinated.
What?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. They say someone on the train is trying to kill Ambassador Ignat.
Although we don't think this will happen.
I've heard it more than once, and I'm not even the social type.
Why alone, if I may ask? Isn't Mr. Lupus your partner on this trip?
On this trip, and I hope even further, yes. However, you know he's under a lot of pressure lately with our latest picture, and tends to shut himself away for an hour or two. It's his personal downtime.
Ah, I see. New picture?
Yes, El Wolf. You haven't heard of it? It's been all over the press. The scandalous director, the movie star, and the rising starlet. Which would be me.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of it. How's the filming going?
Terribly. The whole production is a mess. The studio's in a frenzy and the director's an animal. And my dear Cassidy isn't at his best. You know, he's a sensitive artist. He needs peace and security and, well, this production is anything but peaceful or safe.
I see. Thank you, Miss Fay.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh my.
Let's do this.
Are you serious? Tell me.
Oh my.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
Interesting.
Dear Miss Fani, it is a pleasure meeting you again.
Likewise, dear Mr. Wildflower.
Oh, you remembered my name. I'm honored.
Well, as an ambassador's assistant, I am a prisoner of details.
As am I. You see, as a detective, I have to pay attention to the smallest detail at all times.
Here we go.
I know the feeling. And? What have you observed so far?
Well, you're, how shall I say, exceptionally pretty and tidy and...
That's so sweet. But that's not what I mean. I mean, what did you observe about the train and the passengers?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Great wild ones, save us.
So, yes, a rather odd bunch of people have gathered here, although we haven't managed to talk to everyone yet.
Have you heard the rumor
The rumor?
that someone... Oh, it's terrible even to say it, but there are whispers that someone is trying to kill the Stavonian ambassador.
Don't worry, miss, that won't happen. That's why we're here.
But aren't you putting yourselves in danger?
Maybe so, but it's part of the job.
Oh, how heroic.
Okay, this is where I die.
Please, just let me know if you need anything.
Anything?
Anything?
Anything, milady.
I will, Moses. I mean, Mr. Wildflower.
So, how is your journey so far?
Well, the train is very comfortable, and the ambassador is pleased.
Yes, but I'm asking you, not the ambassador.
Oh, well, yes. I've never been on a train with such class, you know? I'm very thrilled about it.
What else? I can see that you're a little embarrassed, if I don't offend you by saying so.
You're so observant. Yes, well, besides being excited, I'm also a little uncomfortable, as I don't really know how to behave in a situation like this, with such important people.
I believe you. I advise you to just be yourself. That's always the best way.
Oh, really? I think so myself.
The ambassador was in a particularly peppery mood this morning. Could it have been the cold?
The weather is indeed hard on him. We're from the sweltering Torogo, but
But
the Separ is quite upset about Ambassador Ignat.
you mean why he hasn't been escorted in the same way?
Not only that, but the mere sight of the Stavonian delegation is deeply shocking and upsetting to him.
Interesting. Are there deeper, more personal reasons for the depth of his feelings?
Personal? Oh, no, not at all. It's just that Torogo and Stavonia have been in conflict for centuries. This is purely political.
Tell me, is there something wrong with the ambassador's health?
Why... why would you think that?
I'm just fumbling around, so...
No, not at all. The ambassador is in perfect health.
What do you think of Stavonia?
We are taught from an early age that this place is pure evil. You know, because of the shared history between our nations. But to be honest, the people here have been kind to me, and the country is beautiful. Although, I'll admit it's a bit cold for my taste.
I'm glad you're so honest and open, Miss Fani. It helps our work a lot.
Your work? You mean, this is some kind of interrogation? Did something happen?
No, but, you know, we're always inquiring. It's kind of a professional habit. And, well, better safe than sorry, right?
Yes, exactly. You're right.
What do you think about the peace negotiations?
You're asking me?
Yes, you. Not the Separ, but you. I want your opinion.
Oh. Well, you know, I hadn't really thought about it that much. I'm so preoccupied with the ambassador's thoughts and concerns.
You almost forgot you have your own, don't you?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it sounds very silly, but sort of.
Don't worry. I understand. So...
I think it's the greatest thing that's happened in the wilderness in decades. Two great powers that have been enemies for centuries finally joining hands and uniting in a common cause.
And the Stavonian ambassador?
The mere presence of Ambassador Ignat is a symbol. If the negotiations go well in Clawville and peace is finally signed, it will be a genuinely grand event for all of us. Oh my, isn't that wonderful?
Tell me, why are you really here? I mean, why are you really here?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you were suggesting.
So you were on holiday? Right here, one of the coldest places of the whole wild world.
I've already told you, Detective. It's just a coincidence. The ambassador was here on holiday, yes. You know he loves the opera, and Stavonia is famous for its opera houses.
Can you tell us about your country?
You want to hear about Torogo?
Exactly, my dear.
Well, you see, Torogo is very different from Stavonia or Clawville. We're just on the threshold of civilization. The country is still full of jungles, primitive tribes, exotic plants, and wilderness.
You talk about it very passionately.
I love my home very much, Mr. Wildflower. Notwithstanding, or perhaps because of, all the horrors it has endured in the last century.
You mean the Stavonian invasion?
Not just that, but, you know, and I mean no offense, but Clawville is also just another colonial power. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful, I'm very thankful to our common king, but...
Please, continue.
I don't want to bore you with my nonsense.
You're not boring me, my dear. Please.
Clawville has done our country a great service, given us many useful modern things. It's just that it's taken something too. Something that was very important to us. Our souls. Our freedom.
What do you think of your fellow passengers?
Quite a colourful bunch, but the ones I've met so far have been quite nice.
Even the Stavonian delegation?
So far, yes.
Even Cunha?
You mean the ambassador's daughter? Well, she was a little more cold than she should have been.
I can believe that. The mere presence of her chills the room by 2 degrees, doesn't it?
As you say, dear detective. Exactly.
What do you think of Ambassador Ignat?
He is a rather frightening figure. He has a terrible reputation in my country. Just think of the Canberra massacre, where thousands perished by the hands of the Stavonians before the Clawville forces liberated the region.
I believe that war crime was never proven against the ambassador.
That's true. But for the people of Torogo, there is no question that he was guilty.
And you think so as well?
You know, Mr. Wildflower, I try to see the best in everyone, even when it's very difficult. And in this case, I assume the best in the absence of evidence. It's just the way I am. I can't help it.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We haven't even started this journey.
And we might just be in for the adventure of a lifetime, huh?
Oh, but every day is an adventure with you, Plato.
Come on, Chief. Let's get dressed up, have a drink or two, and go to the little rat hole in the back of the train for a good sleep. What could go wrong?
Famous last words, eh?